Hello everyone, my name is Kate and I am the founder and creator of Conscious Mamas Movement, which is an educational platform that empowers caregivers with skills to raise the next generation of conscious humans. And today we're going to be talking about practices for anger and rage. And first I want to normalize that anger is something that we all feel. And we've also been conditioned that this is a bad or a dangerous emotion. And to that note, we've probably been modeled skills that did show us that anger was dangerous, whether it was through emotional or verbal abuse, or someone snapping at us, or passive aggressiveness, or violence. And these can be expressions of anger if it's not healthy and if it's not expressed in a productive way. So I'm going to be showing you a few practices that you can do to tune into your anger, to be able to express it, and also some ways that you can talk about anger with your child and some healthy and safe rage practices for kids. So I'm so glad that you're here. So let's talk about anger. On an energetic perspective, most of the time we feel anger from our solar plexus chakra or our abdomen or our throat chakra. And so that's why when you're feeling angry at something or someone, you might feel this tension in your throat, might feel like it's closing up. You might have digestive issues. You might have that sense of like knotted sensation in your stomach. And the reason that I bring this up is because it's really important to start to tune in and notice when you're having these sensations in the moment. So if something frustrates you and you can feel it in your body, it means that it's ready to be released and it would be a good time to express it in a healthy way. When we don't allow our anger to be expressed, it comes out in unhealthy ways, and it can also cause energetic blocks and disease in the body. From the Chinese medicine perspective, anger is affiliated with the gallbladder and liver. And so when we're not expressing our anger, we're not letting that flow through, we can get energetic blocks in those organ systems, which can wreak havoc on the rest of our body. So here we go. Here are my top 3 favorite practices to express anger and rage in healthy and productive ways. Option 1 is to scream. Essentially, this is a way to get energy moving out of your throat chakra and out of your abdomen. So what you'll need for this is a pillow. If you have like a sweatshirt or just a piece of cloth, that's also super helpful. And so the real key here is that we want to stay engaged in our core. We want to make sure that we're doing any of these activities and these expressions safely so that we don't injure ourselves. And the other key piece of this is that while we're screaming into the pillow or into the sweatshirt, it's important that we're shaking our bodies at the same time. Us as mammals can store things somatically in our bodies, and so when we shake, we allow them to release. So I'm going to go ahead and model this. And it looks like this. I'm going to be screaming from my abdomen. I don't want to be putting a lot of stress on my vocal cords. And if you start to feel any like tension or pain in your throat, stop. Okay, here we go. It really feels good. My second favorite thing is to dance, is to move my body. Go ahead and put on a song, and for that 3 minutes, you are completely focused on just continuing to move. You may want to punch into the air. You may kick and, writhe your hands. All of that is safe and okay. And if you do have children watching, say like, this is okay. This is totally safe. I am moving my body. Mama is feeling anger. Or I'm feeling anger right now, and I'm moving it through. So make sure that it's a song that you can really get into. A couple options for while you're moving, beyond shaking your whole body, you can also take that pillow again or some other, safe, soft object, and you can throw it against the ground. That feels really good. Or like hit it against an object, throw it, just as far as you can down on the floor. This may seem silly, but honestly, it feels so good, and it's allowing you to be moving that energy so it's not getting stuck in your body. And my third favorite strategy for moving out anger is called yoga boxing. So I'm going to stand with my hips feet distance apart, make sure that my core is engaged, and I'm going to be pressing my palms away, just like this. And so this is yoga boxing. My knees are a little bit bent. I'm staying loose, but at the same time, now I'm going to start to say the things that are making me angry. I'm going to say it really forcefully. I'm going to be saying it through my core, feeling that abdomen, that solar plexus chakra, and saying the things that I am angry about. So I am angry. Really give it some oomph. I am angry. This really sucks. I don't like this. This makes me mad. Any of these things that feel good, and you will start to feel that energy coming out. So now I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite practices for talking about anger and getting anger out with kids. So it's super important that we let our children know that anger is normal and safe and okay. And the best way that we can do that is to model those skills ourselves. So when you are feeling angry, speak to it. I'm feeling angry right now. This is not your fault. This is not anything that you have to fix. I'm feeling this tenseness in my stomach. I'm feeling tense in my shoulders. Make sure that you're connecting what you're feeling to a physical response. So that way, next time they're feeling those things in their body, they have more of the emotional literacy that they need to say, this is what I'm feeling right now. So, and also make sure that they know that it's safe and okay. So this is what I need right now. I'm feeling angry. This is how I'm feeling. And I am going to scream into my shirt, or I am going to do this. This is how I'm going to express my anger so that I can feel better, that I can feel calm, and I can feel grounded in the moment. So that verbiage is really important to share with kids. Now, my top 3 favorite ways to facilitate the expression of anger with kids are 1, lion's breath. So what it looks like is you could say something along the lines of, I'm seeing that you're really angry, or I'm feeling really angry right now. I want to let out some of this anger with my fire-breathing dragon breath or my lion's breath. So I'm going to let out a big and you can do it like that. You can also do it in a more traditional yoga sense where you stick out your tongue and imagine that you're breathing that angry fire and go, and kids love it. They think it's super fun. Make sure you do it a couple of times. It's also really cleansing to the throat chakra. So the next one is one of my favorites that I discovered with my son, and it requires a yoga ball or something like it. You could also do it on a couch cushion or something like that. And how it goes is that you just start to bang on the ball. So my son thinks that this is so funny and all he does is laugh when I do it. But I start to say the things that I'm angry about or that I'm frustrated about. And this like cathartic experience too of being able to hit something, and it's safe and it's okay to hit as long as it's not hitting another person or harming someone. So for this, it would be like global warming, or whatever it is, or I don't like this, or I'm feeling frustrated about this. And do it with your child. Let it be this fun activity, and there's smiling involved. There's this reassurance, right? That like, we're in this together and this is something that we're doing and it feels good and it's safe. So my third favorite is a shake party. So what this involves is you're aware of your emotion. You're aware that your child is having this emotion. It's time to have some anger be expressed, and you put on a song. It could be a silly song, a fun song, just something that has a beat, something that has a groove, and you shake out your whole body. And you can do this with them. Say, we're going to shake out our fingers, shake out our elbows, shake out our shoulders, shake out our hips, shake out our feet, and really make it intentional to go through your entire body. Shake it out. Set aside that 2 or 3 minutes where you're just shaking and moving around, and allowing that energy once again to move through so that it doesn't get stuck. So I so hope that you have found this short workshop on rage and anger to be helpful. It is my aspiration that children know that it is safe to feel the breath of human emotion, and that they have ways to connect with those emotions and express them and get their needs met. And for us as caregivers as well. So I have lots more resources on my website, which is www.consciousmamasmovement.com. So feel free to check us out. We also have a monthly membership where we send you amazing resources with phenomenal topics every week. And we break big topics down like anti-racism, setting boundaries, all of these skills that we really need to have as caregivers and to raise the next generation of conscious humans. So I hope you'll check us out, and thanks again for being a part of today's workshop.